So today I am doing a review of the Lux Series by Jennifer Armentrout because it's probably one of my all-time favorite series. Reasons why this is one of my all-time favorite series. One is the writing. I love the young adult genre, but there's a whole lot of shit out there. And there's a whole lot of things that just go from point A to point B using the young adult formula, and they meet the quota, and they're nice stories and I like them. I love reading them and imagining them, but there's nothing in it. There's no depth to the characters, no plot twists or developments. It's just like, what? There we go. And sometimes I just want to grab those authors and be like, here, listen, here is your book. Let's tear it apart, because it's amazing. I love the story. You've got talent, but you need to work on your writing. You need to not just tell people what happened, you need to show them. And you need to work on your characters, because they're all just one-dimensional. Like, here's what you see, here's what you get, this is what they are, there's nothing more, nothing less. Okay. I love the characters. The characters, which is something to do with the whole writing thing, they have so much depth. Okay, let's say I am a character in Jennifer's book. Let's say my exterior, I'm like a shy, cool, calm, collected girl. So then in a bit of the book, you'd have a little bit of a break in the first layer of my mask, and you'd see a little bit of, anger or whatever. And then let's say you peel back all the layers, and inside you'd see like a raging ball of emotions, and I'd feel so strongly about things, and I'd just be passionate and fiery, and yet the outside I'm just this cool, calm, collective girl. And that's what I love, and the fact that you get to reveal all the layers in the plotline. The characters' personalities also. I don't know, it's just so original. I'm obsessed. Okay, so I'm going to give you a bit of a rundown of all the books. Rule of thumb in terms of what you should listen to so you don't get any spoilers. Listen as far as the one after the book you read. So if you read book 2, you can listen to book 1, 2, and 3, but don't listen to book 4. Okay, that seems simple enough. So first book is Obsidian. It sets the scene. You meet your characters, you meet Damon and Katie, and you develop. You develop the kind of creatures. So, Damon's an alien. I'm only telling you this because it's on the back of the book. If I had my way, I'd probably tell you nothing, but, that's what blurbs are for, right? Right? Okay. So you develop the whole relationships between Katie and Damon's sister Dee, and, the whole thing. You're setting the scene, you're where you are, you're having little twists and turns, and you're getting into it. And it's a really good book. It's addicting. I don't even know. I just read it all in one night. Obsessed with it. That's the first book. Second book is Onyx. So basically in Onyx, you've had Damon fighting the Aram, and Katie fights back and almost dies, and Damon saves her. And then you've got this connection between the two, this spark. And so in Onyx, Damon has decided that he likes Katie, and that he's always liked her since he met her, and that it's time to tell her and no reason to hide it. And Katie's like, dude, you are such an asshole to me. Ain't no way I'm just taking you like that. No. Okay? No. And so she meets this human called Blake the Flake. Not really, but okay. She meets this human who's, well, he's not exactly human. He's been changed by a Luxan just like her. And so they form this connection, and Damon's jealous, and it's this whole you're mine thing, which is super hot, but, I don't know, no one likes a possessive guy, really. Okay, third book is Opal. This is perhaps my favorite book, partly because of the Cliffy at the end. Every time I read the end, I cry. So make sure you have your tissues nearby. Yeah, basically, Damon and Katie are together. It's after, Dawson's return, so it's the whole, developing more between Damon. I'm kind of realized, as I've been doing these reviews, because I've spoken about this a lot today, that as much as the story is from Katie's perspective, I feel like it's a lot about Damon's growth as a person. And Katie's the catalyst, and it's from her point of view, and she grows stronger in terms of physically and, in terms of abilities, and kind of, I guess, willpower, and a lot of things happen to her and she grows as a person, but Damon is so developed throughout all this. Literally, you've just stripped back all of the layers to get to what's inside, and every another step is another way that he changes while still remaining the first person that he was and the person who he is. I think that's amazing because it's like you can be who you originally are. You can be who you love to be and yet still develop new parts of yourself and change and have so many aspects of you. And that's what I've learned. That's what Damon's taught me. I mean, Katie's taught me a lot as well, but Damon is just, I can't even. He has grown so much and I've grown with him and I'm just like, oh Damon, I love you. But I want you to be with Katie. Okay. So that's Opal. Cliffhanger. They're together, so they're developing, and after reading Shadows, which is the novella, I'm so much more in love with Dawson, and I feel for him so much, and the way he gets Beth back, it's so inspiring and just shows what love can do. Okay, fourth, and as of currently final book is Origin. This has a cliffhanger as well, not as bad as this one. This one is like the worst cliffhanger I've ever had. Basically, yeah, after the end and the whole I love you and then the thing cutting down and you're just like tears streaming down your face. And the beginning part, they're separated and they're discovering different things. Well, Katie as Damon's just wants her back. You know, this front tagline, he'll burn the world to save her. It's told from dual point of views, which was really nice, but slightly confusing because in my experience, Jen doesn't really write from multiple point of views. She writes from the one point of view, which is the female protagonist. Therefore, the style is very similar throughout, and I'd be reading and I'd be like, wait, why is Damon talking about himself as him and in like third person? And then I'd go back and be like, oh, this is Katie's chapter. What? Which is a total it was a bit of a shock. I liked it. I mean, in my experience, the reason why someone uses multiple point of views is to hide less secrets, I guess. So you can reveal the secret without revealing the secret to the character. So this is like, this book is really different from the other three in the way that it goes boom, 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 action. Because she set the scene, she set up the characters, it's all set up really well. And I mean, Opal and Origin are at the same thickness, and same as Onyx and Obsidian, except for all the others, it's like still character development, plotline developments, setting development, it's all still developing a little bit. This is just boom, action, and there were a whole bunch of like epiphanies, and I'd like look up and be like, holy shit, is she trying to say this? And then I'd read like a couple chapters and I'd be like, oh my god, I was right. And did that so much, my family was just like, oh, what's going on with her? I really liked Origin, one of my favorites as well. I mean, I really find this series hard to reread because if you go back to Obsidian, even from the end of Obsidian to the end of Onyx, they've changed so much. And you go back and you're like, but I want them to be together. And I want to know the Damon that I know at the end where he's kind of open with her. You know, what's happening? But I like them all, love them all, obsessed with Jen and the series. Probably still my all-time favorites. So there you have it. First 4 books, eagerly awaiting the 5th. So these are the first 2 books, Opposition and Onyx. They will make up the first volume. Jennifer is the 5th and final book in the Lux series called Opposition will be released in August. So she is reprinting new editions. So they're going to be 3 volumes. Volume 1, which will be these 2 books. Volume 2, which will be these 2 books. And Volume 3, which will be Opposition. So these 2 are going to be coming out soon. If you haven't bought the books and you're interested in buying them because you like to read them, I would suggest you wait. Go borrow it from the library, borrow it from a friend, download it as an EPUB or PDF. You can buy them on Smashwords, Barnes & Noble, Amazon, depending on what you use, or borrow them from a friend. And then afterwards buy them as the new editions because they will have different covers. So it'll be reprinted with extras and extra scenes and extra things, so I would wait to buy those. I would rebuy those, but I'm kind of in love with these covers and I don't really have more money to spend. So in terms of the reading order, I would read Obsidian first, then Onyx, then Opal, and then finally Origin. And then after that, I would read Shadows, which is the novella, which, if you've read these, you'll know if not, it's not really spoiling anything, where you find out about Dawson and Beth's story. Personally, I use it as like a tie-over until the next book comes out, because I was just like, finish that, need more, let's read Shadows. I don't regret reading Shadows. Shadows was a bit short, and you kind of knew what happened because if you've read the other ones. It didn't spoil it at all, didn't change it at all. It was kind of more like eye-opening and like a bit of a backstory. I found it a bit hard to read because it was about Dawson, and I was so used to reading about Damon, and I mean, when I read books about other like slightly less main characters in a book, all I can imagine is them as like the main character. So Shadows is almost a separate story for me as part of the whole big Luxon world. Now, there is another side companion novel almost called Obsession, it's a new adult novel, which means that it's slightly more graphic and has more adult themes. Consequently, I haven't read it, but I've been told it's good. It's set in the same world. It's about an Aram, and a human, and Damon features in the book a little bit. So that's good if you're into that. If you read that, let me know how it goes. I'm sure it's be amazing, just like the rest of Jen's work. I've met so many great friends through this book. I mean, this continues to stay at the top of my list. Like, I was talking about book boyfriends with my fangirl friends earlier, and they were just going, oh my god, like, look at this guy and this guy and this guy, and all the way from Liam to Percy to Will to, you know, everyone that you could think of, and I was just there like, Damon. He always makes the top of my list. I mean, I guess because he has so many layers. I mean, I just love him. The series wouldn't be the same without him, but it would still be a good series anyway. Like, I'm seriously obsessed. I painted my nails Damon themed. Green and gold. So yeah, 5 stars all around. 6 stars, 7 stars. Read it, let me know what you think, comment below, subscribe, let me know what else I should post reviews of.